Healing. Now we might think healing as in like healing from wounds or like healing from a sickness. But what I'm referring to this as the healing stage of a breakup. And I know this is a lot different from my other type of content since I mostly do a lot of commentary, but this type of content is more like to kind of relate to anybody that's going through this or that's can understand from this viewpoint too. A healing stage in a breakup is never easy. It's always difficult. It is always going to come with challenges that we are going to face through this. Especially if we've been to the person with long term and if we've become attached and love the person a lot and they end up leaving us or we end up leaving them. It hurts, definitely. Because we ended up loving the person, accepting for who they are as a person, even through their flaws. I've been in through many heartbreaks and healing stages through a breakup, and I've learned a lot about myself. I guess in healing stages, you kind of learn to be by yourself, or, as in a matter of fact, what pathway you should take. I like to believe that there are two pathways that this can go. Either you avoid these emotions and just hop around in different relationships, never really processing these emotions and just never working on yourself, or letting yourself process the emotions and work on yourself slowly. And I feel like the second option is much better than the first one, because the first one, you are never going to make true progress. You are always just going to go hop, hop, hop and just bounce around through partnership, or through situationship, constantly needing the sense to feel loved or through not feeling alone. While the second option, you're kind of learning to love yourself, by being in your own energy, by working on yourself, by improving what you need to improve on in order to become a better person. And I've witnessed people go through the first option. I've even witnessed certain exes that I used to talk to that ended up telling me these type of things. And it hurts to see them like this because you would expect them to learn from these situations and grow from them too. And the second option, I've been through them so many times. I've learned to just sit in my own silence and be independent and just learn from me. What can I take from this? And I think it's good to analyze certain relationships and see where they went wrong and to just kind of improve on those aspects for the next relationship so it doesn't go bad. I think in any healing stage, we like to block out love and just focus on ourselves, and that's a good thing, Taking care of ourselves, which is self-care, which is working out, which is going out a lot, or even just taking yourself out to eat or anything. I think a really good way to just heal by yourself is that second option, as I described. It's kind of like you're dating yourself and you're prioritizing yourself. Again, that's a good way to put it, because you would have to love yourself in order for others to love you. What you perceive yourself as, others will perceive you as, or that's what you would attract. And I feel like that's a good way. I think my therapist likes to tell me this too, because I also talk to a therapist because I care about my own goddamn mental health, that we are going to go through these hard times, but we are all human. We're all going to feel like we miss our partner, our exes. We all miss the good old times, but you have to remember on why the relationship failed, or in a sense, what made things have a downfall. Because in 90% of the relationships, I like to think this, that none of the breakups are mutual. Some of them are just one leaves, and that's a sad thing. And I've been through mostly ones that just left me and not really try to fix the issue. And at the time, for those type of things, it leaves you confused because you feel like things could have been worked through, or you feel like there was no closure. And I know this is gonna hurt for some people, or this might not come out with the way they wanted to, but you're never going to really get the real closure that you need or the apology that you deserve. And even if they do apologize to you, it is not mostly because they want to get back with you. Well, maybe it's that, but it's because they just want to rekindle with you, and just they miss how you chased that for them in this and that, or how you made them feel with validation, you know. And it's pretty sad to witness that you're never going to really get a real apology from your ex if they hurt you, or if they made you go through these type of stages and it left you confused and saddened because it made you wonder as to why you did yourself wrong. And I feel like you should never really doubt yourself. If you knew from the start and the get-go that you did everything correctly, I think it's never okay to doubt yourself in that type of way when the relationship ends, because in the end, you did your best. You did all that you could, you know. You talked to your partner about the problems. You try to calmly tell them about the situations. You may have had arguments, but that's normal in a relationship. Any relationship requires hardships to go through. You guys are going to have ups and downs, and that's okay. And that doesn't really matter about anything. And healing stages get really tough too, because at a point you guys go into a period of no contact because either one of them ghosts you, or just talking to them just makes you feel hurt, you know. And I feel like going into non-contact helps you heal more better and move on from a relationship, because it helps you understand that, hey, I can do better without this person, or I can improve as a person from this. Or if you want to get your partner back, maybe it helps you with that. It helps a lot in those cases, as I've witnessed too. And it gets tough during that time, because you have temptations to stalk them, to text them, or you miss them. But that's okay. Those are human emotions that we're going to experience in healing stages of this. We're going to get to a point of begging and chasing after them. And I feel like that phase kind of ends slowly, you know, because in the healing stage, or in a moving on phase, it's slow. It's never going to be that quick. Your feelings, I say this, your phases aren't going to change overnight. It's a day-by-day process. It's about being consistent with it, that you're going to get through it. And it's tough. Definitely it is. Coming from my own experience, it's tough because you miss your ex. You're gonna miss them, and that's okay. You know, we're all human, as I previously said multiple times. We're all human. We're all gonna go through these type of temptations, these emotions, and that's okay. You know, but I feel like you should focus yourself now. And it takes time, because you have to pick yourself back up. And it's a slow process, don't get me wrong. No process is really that quick or really that easy to do. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. That's something I like to follow by in any challenge or any hardship. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And I say take every day as a grateful day that you're getting up in the healing stages, because you're making it through each day. And one day when you fully move on, you're going to realize that maybe it was for the better. Maybe it was for you to, you know, grow as a person and to get better for yourself. Or if you one day both meet up again and rekindle that relationship, maybe it was for the better. Maybe it was for the reasons that you both wanted to grow as people and see yourself both as the better versions. And that's going to be the end for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk about these type of stuff. I know it's very different from my other content, because I usually like commentary and just talking about random shit on the internet. But for me, I like to switch more to this type of content because it makes me feel like I can relate to anyone and whoever watches my videos or even listens to it, you know. Because mostly I like to put backgrounds of gameplay and just talk about things. And I feel like that's really good, you know. And I like to get back to this, as in a sense that it helps me, you know, build a bigger audience by helping me relate to you guys, or helping you guys, you know, go through your hardest moments, you know. It's never that easy. It's always going to be difficult, but it makes you stronger in the end of the day. But if you guys like to follow my TikTok, I'm trying to reach over to 700 followers. You can also follow my YouTube. You can always subscribe. That's where I mostly upload a lot. I usually also post both of my contents there on TikTok and YouTube. If you like to follow my Instagram, I'll actually put my actual real Instagram in there. I don't really care anymore. The more followers, the better, I guess. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys whenever I upload again. Peace.